guys! Today we are going to be working on least common multiples. So multiples are so like if you multiply 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 4 times 3, all of those numbers that you get are multiples of 4. So when you multiply 4 by anything, it's a multiple of 4. And so we are going to be finding the least common multiple between a pair of numbers. So we're going to be writing out multiples for pairs of numbers and seeing what the lowest number is that they have in common. So the biggest problem that I've found that people have when trying to do least common multiples is that they're not sure how many multiples to write out. It's a little bit easier with factors because there's only a set number of factors, whereas there's an infinite number of multiples. You could just keep going on forever if you keep multiplying by 4. So, or if you keep adding 4 rather. So, what my rule, or the way that I usually like to do it, is to kind of go out like maybe 4 or 5 numbers, and then go down to your second number and go out, 4 or 5 numbers and see if anything is the same. And then if you don't have anything the same yet, then keep going. A lot of times, unless you're working with really difficult numbers, it won't take you very many multiples to find one that they have in common. So we're going to use that method for this. So we're going to start with 4 and 5. So first I'm going to do 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times 5 is 20, and I went out 5 numbers, so I'm just going to stop there and go to my next one for now, and hopefully we'll find some that are in common. So now I'm going to start with 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20, and if I wanted to, I could have kept going and done 5 for this one also and gone out to 25, but I actually realized when I got to 20 that I already had a 20 up here for my 4. So I'm just going to check the numbers before and make sure that I don't have any other numbers before it that are the same between these two, but I don't have any. 20 is the smallest number that is the same between those, so that's my least common multiple. So I'm going to circle that. So my least common multiple for 4 and 5 is 20. So now going down to 3 and 6, we're going to go 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15, and that's 5, so I'm going to stop and go down to the next row. 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18, 6 times 4 is 24, 6 times 5 is 30, and some of you might have noticed right at the beginning that they had the 6 in common. So I really didn't even have to do any more for this. I almost didn't need to do anything for this row if I had looked here and realized 6 is a multiple of 3, and I already have 6 down here, so I could have done that. A mistake that some people might make in this one is that they might see the 12s and think that that's the least common multiple if you don't look carefully at the numbers below. So every time I find a number that I see that they have in common, I just check the numbers below it just to make sure that there aren't any that I missed. And in this case, we have 6 and 6 that are in common. So that is actually the least common multiple for those two. All right, that's it. I'm going to start with 1.